All right, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Gladiators!
Go! 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 Go!
It's a matter of opinion if I'm right, but I'm leaving no for now to go outside, putting shores and obligations on our part.
Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy, Walls P. Now, on today's episode, what are we talking about? We're talking about Roda Bashe, aka the Brick Lady. And everybody's saying, hey, it was a scam, it wasn't a scam, whatever the case may be. But what we're going to do today is we're going to break everything down from the initial viral video, plus the medical records, her posting receipts that she actually went to the police and filed a report. We're going to break all this down on this video. And watching that first viral video, there's a couple of things that I noticed that a lot of people are not speaking about, and I want to break those things down for you, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's look into that viral video that she posted accusing a man of hitting her in the face with a brick for not giving him her number. Now, this is that time in that video where you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. At the same time, it doesn't cost you a thing. So subscribe and smash that like button and share it amongst your friends. Let's continue. So check this out.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face.
Here's one thing. Just posting that video, soon as it starts, notice it looks like she's trying to straighten her hair, or she's worried about the appearance of her hair before she actually starts speaking.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched.
All right. So that's, to me, that right there kind of like make me look at it suspect. The fact that it comes off as you're worried about your appearance. And another thing, when she brings this video up, you're worried about your appearance touching your hair, but not even your face. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, if somebody hits you in the face with a brick or whatever the case may be, you're going to be like, ow. And most likely you're going to be lethargic, slurred speech, possibly concussed. Especially with the amount of damage that it looked like it done to her face. Come on. You're not going to start a video, playing with your hair. You're going to be, yo, somebody hit me in my face. Like, yeah, that's the way you're going to naturally react to a situation of getting hit with a brick. But let's continue.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched, and they don't give a
The brick is.
Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face, because I would have given him my number.
Let me play that back for you, because I don't think y'all saw that.
Give a
The brick is.
Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and
I don't know about you guys, but it looked like she pointed saying this man, pointing at the guy that hit her with a brick. So you're going to record yourself, but not capture the person that hit you with a brick. And if you notice, the people that's standing around is like questioning her, like, yo, what do you mean? What's going on? What do you want us to do? Do you want us to call the cops? They're literally going to say that in the background. So let's continue.
it hit me in my face, because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
If you listen in the background, they're saying, call the police, call the police. And they actually did call the police. But by the time the police showed up, she left the scene. Let's continue.
Man, all y'all niggas. What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that get in the car.
What I want to know is, why did you not take a picture of this guy's car? Because you clearly have your phone out. You didn't take a picture of this guy's car. You didn't get him in the frame of your live that you were doing or your video recording. You didn't get a license plate. You didn't give a description. Is he tall, thin, fat, short, whatever the case may be. You kept the camera strictly focused on you. That's what it seems like to me. You kept the camera focused on you for that dramatic effect with your tears going on, just to emphasize you're a person in distress. But nowhere do I see you tried to put any emphasis on the assailant, who you basically say was at the scene. In your video recording, you literally said this guy right here, but you never put up no evidence to make your case when you go to the police. So to me, that's a red flag. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, that's a serious red flag. And just the fact that you went to the hospital and you're still recording and place no evidence of calling the police, calling 911 whatsoever, that's kind of suspect. That's kind of suspect. Let's continue.
How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? I don't even care about my face because I'm still gonna be prettier than all of y'all niggas because I have a pretty heart. But my heart is broken, y'all. My heart is broken because I will stand up for any of y'all. I stand up for everybody. I stand up for everybody. And nobody ever stands up for me. And my heart is...
So, here's the thing. A lot of people were saying her getting hit with the brick was a reaction to this video that she made slapping a white guy or whatever the case may be and walking off. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a skit that she did. That was choreographed, and that had nothing to do with this situation. And some people even were implying that this happened the same day, but clearly it's a different video. Here's that video that everybody was talking about. And what is a video without adding twerking to it? That right there is like having a cape, like having that S on your chest to validate, your actions, so to speak. Heck, it gets so bananas that I even saw a video of two girls fighting. In the middle of the fight, freaking girl started twerking. It's ridiculous.
What's going on? Looking for the hoochie daddies. Oh my God, what is that? Oh, not doing it in the middle of the fight. She's twerking.
But here's the thing. As much as this video is a cry for help, and it seems like this woman is in such duress, it's crazy because back in 2020, she made a similar video. But just so happened that video didn't go viral. Check it out.
Grew up and they mad because you trying to beat somebody. They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me.
I'm sorry, man, but with that experience that happened 3 years ago, that right there, if it really happened, you should have accurate knowledge of how to address it. Going to the cops, taking pictures of the assailant, the whole nine, because you've experienced this before. So you should know the proper steps to get justice for what happened to you. Now, whatever happened to this woman's face, my God, like, it is traumatizing. It looked like something very bad happened to this woman. But what she's describing in that video, I do not believe took place. I do not believe a man at that particular place hit her in the face with a brick just for not giving the number. Now, eventually people started putting two and two together and was like, where's the police report, the whole nine, all of these things. And this one gentleman took the time to look into these things. So here's said video.
Looks like she got somebody sending her stuff. This says Houston Police Department, but it doesn't actually, it's not a full report of any kind. For some reason, she kind of glosses over that for some reason. And I'll get to why I believe that's being glossed over right now, because Celebrity has reported there, according to her research and her calling around Houston area, there hasn't been a police report filed. But in this video, she's showing that she has something with the Houston Police Department's letterhead on it. We're assuming it's supposed to be a police report because she got some stuff covering it. It says, funny how she still ain't filed that MF police report, and it's sitting right there on the table. I'm starting to think she got hit with one of these chairs. So
now, here's the thing. If you guys didn't see the police report and those things, I'm gonna pull that up in a second. But when it comes to medical report, because I've had a situation where I got hit in the lip and my lip split or whatever, and immediately when I saw the blood gushing out, I applied pressure. No matter how much it would hurt, I applied pressure. Wind up going to the doctor, the emergency room, yada yada, and before anything, as far as running tests, the whole nine, they asked me what happened, right? Whatever I told them happened, they're going to write it down without any tests whatsoever. That's just what they're going to do. They're going to go by your word. I'll give you another one. If I go to the doctors just as a means of, I got a cold, I'm coughing, whatever the case may be, they're going to ask certain questions, yada, yada. And if I'm like, I think I got the flu, so to speak, they'll check my temperature, do the regular test. And if they see I don't got a fever, they'll be like, oh, it's probably bronchitis or whatever the case may be. Depending on your insurance also plays a role in it, because that's how much you'll get charged, yada, yada. So depending on what you tell them, they're just going to chalk it up as, this is what the person said, and write it up as such. So unless you have detailed information where you had CAT scan done, all of these things, all these different tests, they're just going to write down your word. If I say, hey, my knee hurts, they're just going to write, hey, whatever such and such knee injury, blase blah. That's how it works. So I got to kind of look at that with a grain of salt. Clearly, we know it do look like trauma is what caused it, whatever the case may be, but it doesn't say exactly how this happened. And on top of that, if she would have told them doctors that she got hit by a brick, they would have called the police, because that's a situation where it's like violence, a DV, well, not, I wouldn't say DV situation, but you know what I mean. It's a woman that was basically abused by a man. They would call the cops ASAP. So it makes me question, why wasn't there any recordings of you going to the police station, having any interactions with the police, or recording yourself, hey, I'm in the police station? Because you chronicalized everything else. You chronicalized yourself at the place it happened. You chronicalized yourself at the doctor's office or emergency room. So where was the chronicalization or documentation or recording of you in a police precinct, speaking to the police, or whatever the case may be? Again, these are things that make me look at this with a red flag. Let's continue. Here's the video of the documents and stuff that this woman had.
This appears to be a video made by Rose showing you all her after visit summary.
You see right there, it says Houston Police Department. I want you guys to remember that. Let me blow it up full screen for you guys. Houston Police Department. Remember that.
Her police report is showing that she did have an emergency room visit.
So there you go. That's her emergency room visit and everything like that. Let's continue.
On September the 3rd, it was due to...
And right there, reason for visit, facial injury, diagnosis, trauma. That's what it say.
To a facial injury caused by trauma. You can see the multiple CT scans that she did have. The results show that she has a bone injury. Below her finger shows the possible reasons for the bone injury.
Sports injury.
This here is her doctor note. So to all of you who are saying that she had saline injections or an allergic reaction, stop the fucking cap.
So clearly it shows something happened to her face. That's what is being reported with the documentation for the doctor's note. They're saying there's some type of trauma or blunt force and she had bone bruise, whatever the case may be. So I'm not denying something did happen to this woman, but I do not believe it's what she is alleging. That, I believe, that's where the cap starts. Now, we saw that the document said police report out of Houston. So let's play this video right here to see if there's actually any reports from the police station in Houston. Did she file a report?
So let's deal with the police report. All right, this is from the Queen of Accountability. Shout out to Celebrity. I just called 3 police departments. None of them received your report yet, Rhoda Osman. You didn't provide a description of the car or the man, no plate, color of the car. I reported the incident since you didn't.
Yep.
I gave Detective Dylan your information. You could have used that phone to record the assailant. I'm so tired.
And that's exactly what I said. It seemed like everybody else called the cops except for her. What's wrong with this picture? Like, do y'all not see like what's going on here? Everybody else is calling the cops except for this woman. Let's continue.
Of y'all running to social media with no description, no worries. 3 counties have your information now. I'll wait for the facts. They believe Carly Russell without facts. Police.
That's true.
Straight up with you and knowing, like, I didn't even know about this.
It's the conversation she had with the police.
I didn't even know it was not even happening until you brought it to my attention.
And that's what scares me. The video she made was over a day ago. So, I mean, there's been times where they're not able to tell me, yeah, this woman did file a report. What they are able to tell me is, ma'am, we received multiple calls on the incident. It's being investigated. That is okay to tell me, right? So,
yeah, and yeah, it is. And I'm being honest with you. This is the first time I even heard about it. And like,
of course, I know how the law works, but what I'm confused about is why you guys are not reporting it. And, I mean, shouldn't we be looking for an assailant? Is he black? Is he white? Is he tall? Is he skinny? That should be something you're releasing to the public to warn other women. I mean, what about that part?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, of course, I agree with that.
With all those people out there in Houston, are you telling me that you guys haven't received any calls about someone being assaulted? Can't you tell me that much?
No, ma'am. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about that. I don't have social media, so I don't really keep up what's going on with the social media.
No, I understand that, but if this happened in public and a bunch of people called you guys, you would be able to tell me that, yes, we received a lot of calls about the incident, it's being investigated. You would be able to tell me that much, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if she made a report, then yeah, it would be investigated.
To me, the math ain't mathing. And if you want to be a blind follower and think that what she's saying is gospel without any evidence, without any credence whatsoever, more power to you. I cannot tell you what to think, what to believe, whatever the case may be. All I could do is provide you the information. I could lead you to the water, but you decide if you want to drink or not. But if you ask me, my opinion, this woman's lying about what happened. Something happened to this woman, but it's not what she said. And she used it as a means to start a GoFundMe, because even that video back 3 years ago, she started a GoFundMe, but that video didn't go viral. So I guess it's, hey, if it didn't work for the first time, let me try again. And now that she did it again, guess what? She got a home run hitter. She got that viral video she was looking for. So again, I do not believe a man hit this woman in the face with a brick for her not giving him her number. Something happened, but it definitely wasn't that. The sad part about everything is that this set Black women back so far, it's ridiculous. To get this national attention for a hoax, I believe it's a hoax. I mean, you had the same thing with Carly Russell. And not to mention the countless and dozens of times women make false accusations towards men. And without any type of evidence or whatsoever, other women just blindly believe them. It's like if you put your cause behind a Black man, like accusing a Black man of anything, no question, women are going to fall behind it. Look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. This happened to Ezekiel Elliott. This happened to Tank Davis. Like the list goes on and on about women making false accusations, and there's no penalties or consequences behind it. And this needs to change, because if there's no penalties or consequences behind it, women will always make these false accusations towards men because there's no repercussions behind it. Just like the young woman that called Child Protective Services on the dude because she felt salty about the breakup or whatever. And she openly said, yo, I called Child Protective Services on this man, and he's probably going through Child Protective Services issues just because of the fact that I was in my feelings.
I called like child services on this one. I called child services on my ex because he pissed me off, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this person, whatever, like, you know, cheater, fucking piece of shit, lies about dumb shit. He had kids. I called child services on his ass, and I like fabricated everything and like said certain things, and they like went to the door, and like there was a whole process. Like I don't even know if the children's aid worker still visits them, but she probably does, because what I sent, like the way I AI'd that shit, you know, like real AI shit, like fake bruises type shit.
Be careful, fellas. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So you faked bruises, you faked and then you just made like exaggeration story, and then
On their on his kids.
yeah.
Like, so hit, like, yeah, then they came and they were like, oh, like, we're seeing stuff that your kids are being abused. You know, you could lose your kids. And I was just like, that sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, should have been nicer to me.
That woman needs to suffer serious consequences. Hell, if you ask me, spend a few nights in jail. Think about what you did. 6 months, a year, I'm good with that, because if there's no harsh penalties for false accusations like this, then it's going to continue going on. And when it comes to a real victim that is suffering at the hands of a man, society, or whatever the case may be, it'll be no problem people getting behind said victim, because we know it's not a wolf in sheep's clothing. We know it has no ill intent or ill will behind it. So this has to stop. And people, like I said, if you're blind followers and you're taking what this woman say, at least I'm making you make that decision with good conscience of presenting to you everything that's out there as of right now, to make that conscious decision if you really are going to support this woman. Because the way I see it, she scammed everybody of $45K, and I wish that everybody that contributed sue the pants off this woman and they get retribution. And I hope the police get involved and actually make this woman suffer the consequences for these false accusations. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section. I would love to hear your take on the matter. If it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification bell. And if you want to follow us on our other social media platforms, The links are in the description. Once again, I'm your boy Walls P. This is Matter of Opinion, and I will catch you, ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode. Peace.
It's a matter of opinion.